Ladies and gentle peeps, what is up? This is Brandon checking back in. Chicken. Well, I don't know where I was going with that, but it is Monday, June 10th, and got a little bit of information. AMD has just spilled the beans. Yes, they spilled the beans on their Navi cards. So they're the RX 5700, because that's not going to make things confusing when we're looking for drivers for a 570 or a 5700. But it's a AMD RX 5700 and a 5700 XT Navi GPUs, and they're bringing the fight to NVIDIA's RTX 2060 and 2070 on July 7th. So I guess this is just a little computer render. Looks like there's like a dent in the top of it. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so AMD has finally lifted the lid on two of their new Navi GPUs, the Radeon RX 5700 XT and the Radeon RX 5700. Unveiled at the Next Horizon gaming event at E3 this evening, the RX 5700 is AMD's answer to the RTX 2060, while the 5700 XT is their RTX 2070 competitor. And if AMD's performance stats are to be believed, the race for the best graphics card just got a heck of a lot more interesting. Let's start with the RX 5700 XT, priced at $449, which is about $50 less than the cheapest RTX 2070 cards around the time of writing. This 7nm Navi GPU will have 8GB of GDDR6 memory to its name, 40 compute units, as well as a base clock speed of 1605 MHz and a boost clock of 1905 MHz. On stage, AMD top lady Dr. Lisa Su gave us our first glimpse of what the AXT, I want to keep saying RTX, but the XT will look like. Two built with the redesigned aluminum alloy thermal shroud and backplate, AMD hopes the RX 5700 XT will be cooler, quieter, and more primed for overclocking than any other previous graphics cards. They didn't mention any power draw specs, admittedly, but at least we won't have to wait very long to find out how cool and quiet it runs, as both the 5700 XT and 5700 are due to arrive on July 7th. Here's a sneaky peek of the 5700 XT under the hood. So, performance driven, aluminum alloy shroud and backplate, that's pretty cool. Airflow, yeah, woo! 1 8-pin and 1 6-pin, so it's gonna be power hungry. It's an AMD card, we know that. As for the performance, AMD showed off another demo that put the 5700 XT ahead of the RTX 2070, just like they did with their Strange Brigade at Computex a couple of weeks ago. This time the demo game was Zombie Fest World War Z, running at 2560 by 1440 on ultra settings. The RX 5700 XT finished the game's benchmark with an average of 117 frames per second, while the RTX 2070 finished in at just 102. That's an impressive result considering its lower price, and if that gap of 15 odd FPS bears out across additional benchmark tests once I get it in for review, then those after a high-end 1440p card or an entry-level 4K GPU could well be putting the RX 5700 XT at the top of their list instead of the RTX 2070. Now the RX 5700, 36 compute units, still 8 gigs of GDDR6, a lower boost clock and base clock. Yeah, interesting. The regular 5700, meanwhile, will cost $379, which is actually a fraction more than the cheapest 2060 cards, but AMD are hoping its supposedly superior performance will make it just as good, if not better value for the money than NVIDIA rival. But more on that in a second. First comes some specs. Just like the 5700 XT, the non-XT will also have 8 gigs of GDDR6 memory, but here you'll find only 36 compute units instead of 40, and a base clock speed of 1465, boosting to 1725. You'll also notice a new game clock spec up there, which is the speed AMD say you'll likely see on average while playing a game. For comparison's sake, the XT's game clock is 1755, so very similar. And to show off the 5700's performance, AMD showed a short clip of Apex Legends where one player was chucking multiple grenades into the distance With the RX 5700, it maintained an average frame rate of 88 FPS at 2560 by 1440 on max settings, while the RTX 2070 managed just 72 FPS. Fortunately, AMD had a lot more performance stats up their sleeve for the RX 5700 than just a single demo this time. And you can see the results below. While some games aren't that impressive, the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, offering just a 2% boost at 1440 on max quality, offers others such as Battlefield and Metro Exodus, where you're looking at 21 and 16% faster speeds, respectively, are much more eye-catching. So, yeah, Assassin's Creed, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Oh, look at that, Witcher 3, only 4%, 4%. But I guess if it's cheaper and better, it's good. It's gooder. Interestingly, AMD made no mention of ray tracing during their presentation, but shots were fired at NVIDIA's DLSS tech, one of the new features coming to AMD's Radeon RX 5700 family. For example, is AMD's FidelityFX tech, which offers sharper detail in low contrast areas with virtually no performance hit whatsoever. In practice, I'm not sure you're actually going to notice the difference either, as the examples on AMD showed off only showed a very minimal increase in sharpness, which you can just about see in still images, as per the examples from Borderlands 3, but not in motion. I doubt you'll be able to see it. So it's off here and then it's on here. I definitely can tell the wall, like, you know, it's sharper. You can see like the hexagon or the, like, you know, beehive pattern better. It's better, I guess. Yeah, if it doesn't hurt performance, that's awesome. Still, fancy effects tech aside, I'm pretty pumped to see these new RX 5700 cards to the test. With lower or just about comparable prices to that with NVIDIA's offering, AMD might just be back to in the game again. Oh, and AMD are also going to be releasing an even faster 50th anniversary edition of the 5700 XT that will be available exclusively over on AMD's website, costing a little bit more than $499. This gold variant will have a base clock of 1680 and a boost clock of 1980 and the game clock of 1830. Oh my goodness. I have not been excited about a graphics card in a while, but the fact that this is a gold 50th anniversary edition, I need this and some gold like Trident Z Royal in my computer. I need to do like a black and gold build. That would be the perfect like gold graphics card. But I don't know if the price justifies it. So, what do you guys think? Comment down below. Let me know. Are you excited? Are you going to run out and grab one of these cards? Or, I mean, is it just meh? You know, I honestly was looking for a card to be cheaper than this. I think they're coming in a little too high for people to run out and just buy them up like they're going out of style. I think AMD really needed to hit that $250 to $300 price range hard, and I think I think this is not looking good for them. I hope they got it. I really do hope they got it. But before we get off tonight, I did want to check on the market and show you guys what's going on. Bitcoin is just tickling that $8,000 range. We're at $7,989. Ethereum's at $247. Further down, Litecoin has jumped up to the 4th position at $128. Litecoin is just booming. Bitcoin Cash $394. On down the list, Monero $86.68. Ethereum Classic $8.27. Zcash $79.67. Basic Attention Token, or BAT, 33 cents. Ravencoin has jumped up a little bit. It's in 38th position at 6.6 cents. Bitcoin Diamond not too far behind at $1.22. Going further down the list, Digibyte actually doing a little bit of work here. 1.3 cents on down the list. What else do we see? Metaverse $1.61. Walton Chain $2.18. Zcoin jumped way up. This Zcoin wasn't even in the top 100, and it jumped up from like the $6-7 range. It's at $9.73. Watch out for Zcoin there, guys. If you got Zcoin, it might be time to do something with it. And then Aeon rounding out the top 100 at 19.3 cents. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. Much appreciated. This is the last week I'm actually in my old house. I've been getting a lot of footage cleaning up and tearing down the old office. Can't wait to get the footage of setting up the new office, and hopefully I'll be showing y'all these videos coming up here soon. So thank y'all. Have a good night. Adios.